Please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Killer Bee Cinema. This is a test of what we're going to do for this couple of next months, I guess, of Killer Bee. And in reality, Lizzie, of course, would be here. She'd be bantering and telling me off and, making fun of me and stuff like that. And then we talk about 8-Man, because 8-Man's awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're going to show 8-Man on Killer Bee Cinema.
One of my most confusing cases was when I met the gold beetle of Orientia. In a bank in the far eastern democracy of Orientia, where Chief Bumblethumbs and myself were on an assignment, the president describes the vault.
Mr. Miserati, this is without a doubt the safest vault in this nation. In all Orientia, I don't think your money would be better protected than here. Would you open the vault, please, Mr. Lee? You will notice that he has to check the combinations in his combination calculator charts. It's rather involved, as you see. And there he goes now. Yes, sir, here at the first-rank bank, we really have a thief-proof vault. There are a total of 49 doors. Go ahead, Lee. Go right through all of them. Each door has several combinations. Watching Lee calculate them is fascinating, isn't it? He really has a mathematical mind. One after the other. 49 of them. He's almost through. And now the final thief-proof lock. Watch. In that room, sir, we have the huge sums of cash that we keep safe for our many depositors, literally millions of dollars. No doubt you will wish to deposit your money here.
But there's nothing in that room. Are you out of your mind?
Why, it's right in there, look. Oh, no! It's gone. All the money is gone. A note. Thanks for the cash. Signed the Gold Beetle of Orientia. I don't believe it.
This is Louis Crusoe with the the latest news from the USO network. The Dusty Trust was the latest victim of the strange wave of bank robberies. There are no clues except a hole in the ground, just big enough for a man to get his hand into, as you see. Adding to the excitement is the fact that Chief Bumblethumbs of the International Metro Crime Prevention Bureau is on assignment in this country. Chief Bumblethumbs.
I have nothing to say.
Chief Bumblethumbs sure has a problem. Huh? Now, where did Mr. Tobor go? Tobor's office?
Wrong number. He isn't in. She hung up. The wrong number is my signal that I need Tobor, who is 8th man. And he isn't in. Where could he be?
Here I am, Chief.
Don't bother me now. Hey! It's 8th man.
When I saw you on television, I knew you'd be calling up.
So you didn't wait for the wrong number signal.
That's right, I just came.
Hello, all right. Just tell me where the bandit has hit this time. I want 10 dance lessons. Don't bother me. Of all the... Who has time for dancing? I don't want dance lessons. Quit calling me up. What's that? The Orientia Bank. What does it say, Tobor? You read Orientian?
It says the gold beetle has struck again. Do you know where this hole leads, Chief?
I know. I'll have to check it out.
We'll soon see. It's already filled up.
We're never able to trace those holes. They're filled up like that after every single bank job.
That building with the sign is the bank that was just robbed. Whose house is that next door?
It belongs to a man named Miserati, who got rich in a short time.
I wonder.
You're not suggesting that one of the richest men in Orientia has anything to do with robbing banks, are you, Tobor? It just couldn't be. Oh, I don't believe it. Why, he's the last man anyone would suspect of these crimes.
But he ought to be the first, my dear Chief.
Since we've been here, I've been learning to read Orientian. For example, these gold beetle headlines. Won't you catch that gold beetle for them, Mr. Tobor?
That's more of a job for an insect collector. Skip could do it.
You know that boy is the laziest thing in the world, Tobor.
An old Orientian saying, tell the truth about someone and they sneeze.
Phew! Now, why did I suddenly sneeze? Oh, well, this zoo looks like the ones at home, except for the Oriental sign. I'm glad Tobor took us with him on this assignment in Orientia. It's fun.
I don't care if you close up the zoo for good. I'll give no more money.
Oh, sir, you just can't do that. Please consider how important this zoo has become to the children of Orientia. Besides, the animals that we take care of. What would happen to them? I would even work for no salary if you would reconsider and let us have some money.
Not another cent. Forget it. No more money for this zoo.
Tobor Detective Agency. Wrong number. Another wrong number, Tobor. Oh, he's gone.
It says, I will steal $1 million at 7:30 p.m. Signed, the Gold Beetle. Now, where would he find $1 million in cash?
The only place I can think of is the 753 Bank. It's the only one in Orientia that would carry that much cash on hand at one time.
You mean all this money is for the zoo?
Yes, I want the zoo to stay open for the dear children. Now, in exchange...
I know. You want to use my office for tonight.
Right, that's all I want.
Well, now, on behalf of the zoo, I thank you for your contribution. And, of course, you may use my office. I'll go home now. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. He's gone. If he only knew why I want to use this office.
It's 7:20. Only 10 more minutes till the time that the beetle's set for the robbery.
It's almost time, Beetle. On your way to do your work, my little robot Beetle. You're going to make me the richest man in Orientia. As a matter of fact, in the world. This office in the zoo is a perfect location to start your tunnel. And all they find in the vault is a small hole. All right. We'll be right on time. It's 7:23. Start drilling.
It's 7:25. can you be so calm, Eighth Man? It's almost time.
Getting excited won't do any good. Why don't you check with the 753 bank right now? There's an officer on the job.
No, nothing unusual is going on here, Chief Bumblethumbs. Yes, the president of the bank is right here. Right, sir. We'll check the vault. Mr. President, Chief Bumblethumbs says we should open the vault and check inside it immediately.
All right, but I'm certain we're just wasting time.
Why, an earthquake couldn't penetrate that vault, sir. It's impossible.
There's the vault, all filled with that dirty old money. And I'll give them $1 million vacuum cleaning. Right on schedule, as I promised. Now, my atomic-powered vacuum unit. Into position. There.
I still think we're wasting time.
Sir, it's unlocked, but I can't open it. It's to be stuck.
Go on, try harder. Come on now. Pull. There it comes.
I didn't expect that. I'll turn it off.
Hark! The president's in there! All together!
We did it! Are you all right, Mr. President?
Oh, I'm just dandy. I am.
What's that? The 753 bank? I'm counting on you, Eighth Man.
Got to get to the 753 bank as fast as I can. I hope I get there in time.
There are several more detectives on the way over here, sir.
And what are they going to do? Investigate an empty hole? They're just too late. I've been wrong. Hey, who shut that door? What's happening?
What? I am the Gold Beetle of Orientia. You all got into this vault too soon, so you were unlucky enough to catch me in here. Now you must all pay. You'll never get out of here.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
Now, fools, your time has come. The Gold Beetle wins again. What's going on there?
You arrived just in the nick of time. Look out while I finish the job. Your bullets are useless, Beetle. Surrender now.
I'll never surrender. I'm getting out. Oh, no.
Surrender. You can't escape.
You'll never get me, Eighth Man. Never. I'll show you.
That robot beetle is fantastic. It has strength far beyond its size. I've got to stay away from its heat ray stingers.
Oh, no. He beat me. Darn that Eighth Man.
Phew! Oh no! I fell asleep here at the zoo. I've got to get back to the office quick. Jenny will be absolutely furious with me. Oh boy! Yow! Oh!
You clumsy youngster.
Gee, I'm sorry. me. Hey, what's all this? Who are you? Let me out of here.
Here, you!
So this robot beetle was committing all the bank robberies.
Under someone's control, of course. It's a micro-robot with TV cameras for eyes.
So the bank robber was actually somewhere else, operating the robot beetle by remote control, huh?
That's right.
Can you trace the location through that hole?
I don't know, but I can try. Hey! That was a shot I heard from next door.
The zoo, and I'll bet that's where the hole leads to, Eighth Man.
That guy is after me. I'm staying behind this elephant.
There you are, you meddler!
Uh-oh.
Get out of my way, you big animal!
Wow, Willie, that elephant is mad and has him trapped in a corner.
Help! Somebody help me! Help! Help me! Eighth Man, holding the elephant. Now's my chance to escape.
Hold him, Eighth Man.
That's right. Hold him while I get away from here.
That crook is getting away. Oh. What? Let go. Let go. I guess I have to use force. This is the home of Miserati, that strange fellow who suddenly got rich. And the gold beetle bandit disappeared right around here. I think I'd better check. As Tobor.
A beetle, you say? What would a beetle be doing in my house? A gold beetle or whatever it is.
He's a crook that uses a robot beetle.
How interesting, but why do you have to bother me?
Are you sure you didn't see a man with a white mask?
I didn't see anyone with or without a mask, and I'm getting tired of being questioned by you, young man.
Oh, Mr. Miserati, you appear to have dropped something. A watch. The 753 bank. Uh-huh. Is this yours?
Of course, that's my watch. Thank you very much for picking it up. Now, if you will return it to me and leave.
The inscription on the watch says 753 bank. Miserati himself must be the criminal. I've found the gold beetle at last. And now, sir, I have to point out to you an embarrassing fact. This watch you say is yours is marked the 753 bank.
What business is that of yours? I don't understand how it got that way. I just don't understand it. I really don't. Ah!
I sure let myself get caught. This certainly is a well-built trap. Those walls must be 20 feet thick. It might not be easy to break out.
So, Eighth Man, I have you trapped in my deep-well prison, trapped and helpless.
So you are the beetle operating bank robber.
You're absolutely right.
I might be able to break through that window up there. Here goes. He's well protected.
And now, Eighth Man, I'm going to take care of you once and for all. You aren't dealing with an ordinary crook.
What do you plan to do? Oh, I see you're drawing the air out of the cell. Well, that isn't going to bother me, Mr. Gold Beetle. He's gone. But I've got to get out. There's the remote control unit for one of those gold beetles. I'll use his own weapon. Fortunately, my arm has independent remote control built in. I can use this control to guide it. There. Let the vacuum pull it up to wherever Miserati is.
That vacuum should tear him apart pretty soon. Let's see what we have here. Very good. Very good indeed. Huh? An arm. And it's beautifully built indeed. That's fine. I wonder what will come next. Another arm? Or a leg, perhaps? I'll put it on full power. There, that should do it.
Little did Miserotti realize that the arm was completely under my remote control. As the cruel bandit watched for more results from his vacuum machine, my arm moved slowly toward the control button for the shuttered window of my cell.
Hey, what happened?
I have you now, Gold Beetle, you thief. Don't try to escape, you'll never make it.
What happened? What's going on?
I am controlling that arm with one of your own Gold Beetle control units.
Well, I still have the master control unit here, Eighth Man, and I'm not through yet. By a long shot. You're fast, Eighth Man, but not fast enough for a whole swarm of robot beetles.
Boy, I'll have to move fast to fight that swarm of angry... Oh!
And that is the end of Eighth Man. My robot beetles were too much for him. I'd like to stay and see how he was built, but I had better just pack up and escape.
My electronic brain overheated. I must get one of my power booster tubes out of my pocket. Must get it. There.
I can escape with a fortune in cash, and no one can stop me. No one.
I can stop you.
Eighth Man, you're still alive.
You were wrong if you thought you could finish me that easily, Gold Beetle. Here I come.
Oh, no. My belt is gone.
Now, Gold Beetle, you try to escape. Go on, run if you want to. Hey, what?
Eighth Man, did you capture the beetle?
Look out, Chief! You'll be amused to know, Chief, that that's one of the gold beetles that saved you, under my control. And hanging right next to you is Mr. Miserotti, the gold beetle of Orientia. High and dry. And so I solved another mystery. All over the world, our protection is offered to decent people. Living among human beings in the disguise of a human detective, I'm always prepared to do my duty. That duty being to bring justice to all and punishment to the mean and dishonest. And my work will continue until all evil vanishes.
I just talked a whole bunch of stuff and you can't even hear me because I didn't turn the volume up. That was 8 Man. And I hope you enjoyed that cartoon as much as I like showing. I love presenting 8 Man. It takes a long time to do it, but I think it's well worth it because it's just crazy. And speaking of crazy, we have a cray-cray movie for you coming up. It is Lady Frankenstein, starring a bunch of people I have no idea who they are. But Lizzie, if she was here, she could probably tell you more about this film. It's a great film. It has action. It has suspense. It has scantily clad women in it. Actually, there's also scantily clad men in it too, so there's something for everyone here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy Killer Bee Cinema. We love presenting, usually at Seascape. Of course, during this difficult time in our history, we cannot do that because of self-isolation, but we are doing the next best thing and showing it to you for free. However, we hope that you come to Seascape the first Friday of every month when we restart there, and support Seascape, especially because they've not been making much money in the last couple of months because of this pandemic, and we want to be able to support them. We will have all proceeds for our first show going directly to them, so please come, please support our geek community, and please support us, because we're just fucking good looking. Oh, am I allowed to swear? I guess there's no monetization for that, but anyway. YouTube, sorry, I screwed up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is now, we are going to show Lady Frankenstein. Enjoy.
Bit overripe, that one. Best I could do this week. People just never die when it suits you. Do they, Doctor? Oh, beg your pardon, Baron.
You don't have to count it. It's all there.
Always is, always is. See you next week.
Lynch,
Yeah.
I may need you sooner than next week. Something very special this time.
Oh, I like that. Very special. Has a ring of money to it, eh?
I want a corpse dead no longer than 6 hours. 200.
No, 500.
300.
Done. Let's say I'm a patron of science. But I can't promise.
Results, not promises.
I don't understand your trusting him so much.
Money, Charles, is a miracle drug for people like Lynch.
Such a grotesque dream. Or perhaps he shall be a nightmare.
Would it matter?
Not to me, not if I can give him life. That's worth anything.
Including your own life?
Even that. To succeed in creating life is the ultimate achievement. To hesitate, to fear, to doubt now would make everything I've ever done pointless, empty. This is my life.
But to create life, shouldn't man leave that to God?
Here on Earth, man is God. Go to bed, Charles. 10 you'll arrive in the morning. You'll want to look your best.
Good night.
Good night.
What will you tell her?
Nothing. She will make it more imperative that we complete our work. Now.
Yes, she will.
Charles!
Well, Tanya.
Well, I thought I would at least deserve a hello.
I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm very happy to see you. Your father and I were always happy to see you. Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
How lovely you look. Thomas? Thomas, come here. Thomas? Would you please take Mademoiselle's luggage? Take the luggage inside. Luggage inside, eh? Tanya. It's so sad about Thomas. He's a fine lad, normal in every way except for his brain.
An accident?
No fever, actually. As a child, it left him well. So, a gentle soul. He's very good with the animals. He loves them. I imagine they love him too.
What a waste. Such a handsome young man.
Your father is still dressing. He worked rather late last night.
As usual. Is he still experimenting with animal transplants?
Well, you know how he is. He's been at it for 20 years. He'll be at it for another 20, but tell me about the university.
Well, except for my studies, it was rather boring. But I didn't go there to socialize. Aren't you pleased? I'm like my father, stubborn. When I want something, I get it. And I did. First of my class. I'm now a licensed surgeon.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Father! Father! Oh, so
My
nice to
little
see
girl.
you. Oh.
Is that the way for a licensed surgeon to behave?
This one does.
Oh, yeah, Jack Morgan, poor son of a bitch. They're gonna hang him good. Snap his neck for sure.
What about Simon? You and Harry with me?
Poor son of a bitch, Jack Morgan. Never did like him, though. Neither did you, right?
I'm waiting, yes or no?
Yeah, I'm with you, Tom.
And Harry?
Where I go, he goes.
Toast to Jack Morgan. Long may he die.
And when Professor Muller objected to my theory, I stood like St. George facing the dragon, and believe me, Professor Miller was all dragon. My classmates sat glued and frozen to their seats, anticipating God knows what. And I told that narrow-minded intellectual just how narrow his mind was. Here, Professor, it is men like you with the imagination of an ostrich, burying their heads in the sands of superstition every time a new idea is exposed, who have kept science and medicine locked in the cellar of the alchemist's shop. And then I said, I shall not set foot in your classroom again until you have apologized to me for your completely subjective and insulting remarks. Good day, Herr Professor. Then I turned it. But you have heard this story many times before.
It doesn't matter, Father. It's a charming story. You know, Father, the name Frankenstein still echoes through the halls of the university.
I'm not surprised, but I stopped caring about those fools when I left them with their hands clapped over their ears 30 years ago. Please sit down, Charles. Your leg must be tired.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Was it difficult? I mean, very difficult being my daughter.
Sometimes. Mostly it was my being a woman. The professors have a lot of old-fashioned ideas about a woman's place.
I'm sure you will make a fine surgeon.
Thank you, Charles. But I do not want to be merely a fine surgeon.
What do you want?
To assist you, Father, in your work. You know, since I was a youngster, I was always interested in your experiments. Each summer when I was here, I would sneak into your laboratory.
But it was always locked.
I know. But I discovered the other way. The one through the wall, the bedroom wall.
Huh. Well, you little devil.
I was always curious. I still am. I'm curious to see how far you have progressed and to show you my own progress.
I shall be delighted to discuss it with you, of course, as doctor to doctor.
Good. But I must warn you that my ideas are quite radical. Even more so than yours, Father.
Really?
Of course. I am my father's daughter.
You are referring to animal transplants.
Human. Thomas? 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 You startled me, Thomas. Never mind. Oh, what do you call it? What is its name?
No name.
Thomas, do you like my father? My father, the Baron. Do you like him?
Oh.
Even when he takes the animals away from you? The animals. The Baron. The Baron takes the animals from you.
No take.
No, not me. The Baron. He takes the animals away from you.
No. No take.
What's wrong, Thomas? That man?
Bad. Bad.
Is he a bad man?
Bad.
Why another 100?
This order is very delicate. There are certain people that have to be paid in advance.
What people?
Well, Baron, you know, I can't tell you. Professional ethics.
Don't speak to me of ethics.
If you want what you want, it will cost you another 100. The way I see it, Baron, You don't have any choice.
I'll have to get it for you.
Take your time and don't worry. I won't sit down. I wouldn't want to damage this wonderful furniture.
Excuse me. I was looking for my father.
Would that be Dr. Marshall?
It would not.
Well, I never thought the Baron had it in him.
But Dr. Marshall would.
No, not on his best night. A drink, eh?
Much too early.
Never too early. For anything.
My dear sir, you are an obnoxious man. Extremely vulgar. And I'm certain that whatever you are thinking is merely fantasy on your part. I would say that you spend too much time alone in your fantasies. Be careful. It will soften your brain far quicker than whiskey.
How can somebody so lovely be such a bitch?
It depends on the company I'm with. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a visitor.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes?
I will see you out.
Always a pleasure to talk to a lady. Good day, lady.
Father, I said I was sorry.
I heard you.
Oh, yeah.
200 now. 200 on delivery. When will it be?
Very soon.
When?
They're hanging Jack Morgan day after tomorrow.
So?
So he's your man.
They come to bury season, not to praise him.
Well, I don't suppose you'll be missing Jack Morgan very much.
About as much as I would miss you, Captain.
That really depresses me, Lynch, because one day you'll be shaking hands with Morgan in hell.
Oh, I'll save my other hand for you, Captain.
You don't have much time, Lynch. You're sure to make a mistake one day. And that's the day I'll own you. And it won't be just jail for you. You're too clever for that. It's the hanging one. That's what you want, and I'll see you get what you want. It's the least I can do.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Oh, I will.
Yeah?
I will, Lynch.
Doctor.
What are you doing here?
I was on my way to town. I saw the people. Why? What's going on?
Something I'd rather you not see.
A hanging.
I've never seen a hanging.
Nor will you see this one.
Now, Father, I may be a woman, but I am also a doctor. Death is nothing new to me.
This is not death, Tanya. This is legalized murder.
Maybe she should stay to see the difference.
Maybe she should.
Thank you, Charles.
Don't thank him yet.
Oh, who is she?
I don't know, Captain. I could make inquiries.
That won't be necessary.
Are you pretty, Jack? And what if I ain't? Has it made any difference,
It's just
you
a
idiot?
short step from here.
Why didn't I ever touch your throat?
Seunte seum clamidem conciniam circumdederum tei, et plectentes coronam despimis posuerum super sapotesus, et arundinem in dextro abis, genuflexo ante eum illudebam tei, dicentis aurum, et expuentes in eum acceperunt arundi.
Ready.
Requiem aeternam dona ei, Domine, et lux perpetua lucea tei. Amen.
Tanya knows about the animals.
But how?
I don't know. She asked me why you still had them, and I didn't. What are we going to do?
Not
Tanya mustn't find out what.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey up, Baron.
Good work, Lynch. Good work.
Thank you.
Charles.
Go on, Turner. Earn your money. Yes, sir, Baron. I really like doing business with you. It's clean and it's quiet.
Was it difficult?
As difficult as drinking a bottle of whiskey. And you can see that's not very difficult.
Do you trust these men?
I trust no one. Especially a man who drinks. But don't worry, Baron. No one will spill any tears over Jack Morgan's empty grave. He murdered the only person who gave a damn for him. But what about next week? Another very special order, huh?
I don't know. I may not need you anymore.
Sorry to hear that, Baron. I like your money. What'll I do without it, huh?
You'll get along.
No, I'm not so sure.
Hmm.
Good night.
How much blood?
1 liter this time. Good. Now we're ready.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't.
I was hoping you wouldn't do this.
So this is why you no longer use the animals. Human transplants.
Tanya, will you please leave?
But I can help you.
You don't understand.
I do, Father. I do. What are you going to do with the brain?
Tanya, please.
Father, will you both stop treating me like a child? I'm a doctor, a surgeon. I even think like you do.
No.
It's impossible. Charles,
It is not impossible, Tanya.
But the heart, the brain, you have to keep them alive.
Yes, we've done it before.
Inside another human body?
We don't need a human body.
But you are going to put Morgan's heart and brain into that creature.
Tanya, no more questions.
But, Father...
I don't want you to get involved. If anything should go wrong, the law would hold you equally responsible. And I don't want that to happen. Soon I'll tell you everything. Please be patient.
I'll try. Good luck.
Is everything ready?
Ready.
Timing device, quickly.
Timing device ready, Doctor.
Set it.
Give it a few more seconds. I hope Mr. Morgan's brain is as cooperative.
It will be, Charles. So for the past 20 years, my experiments with animal transplants have been pointed to this week. All the abuses I have endured from my friends, all the accusations against my sanity, and worse, will be thrown into their sanctimonious faces.
Looking for something?
Yes, clouds. I need a storm for my final step, an electrical storm. For only lightning will give the creature life. That's why I haven't transplanted the heart and the brain. Oh, I can keep them alive indefinitely in the laboratory, but once I transplant them, they'll survive only a few hours unless they're activated by lightning.
I want to see how you keep them alive.
You shall.
You will succeed, Father.
I will. I promise you I will. And the medical world will be brought to its knees.
I want that so much. To see you realize your dream. Something that no one will ever take away from you.
They won't have to. I'll give it to them. Gladly.
Doctor, quick. Just below the cortex.
In the white matter?
No, further down, in the gray matter. See, the hypothalamus is damaged. It's no good, Doctor. It must be repaired.
There isn't time.
We must make the time. You cannot use a damaged brain.
To what extent is it damaged? Perhaps it's minor.
And if it isn't, the hypothalamus is the main center of the automatic nervous system. You may be creating something that cannot function. What good would that be? To give it life and just let it lie there, nothing more?
We'll have to take that risk.
What about anger and pleasure? Two emotions connected to the damaged part of the brain. Two vital emotions. Either one in excess could be devastating. Correct the damage first.
There isn't time, Charles. Every minute cuts into the life of that heart. 20 years. I can't throw away 20 years by minutes.
But think, Doctor.
Think, no. Instinct. Instinct changes the world, not thought, and my instinct tells me to transplant that brain right now. If you won't help me, I'll do it alone.
Very well, then.
Thank you, Charles. Open it. Don't worry, Charles. Everything will be fine. Man's will be done. Charles.
Nothing. All we can do is wait.
But it's faceless. Devil with his face. I don't care what he looks like. I want him to live.
Failed, Charles. You're right. I should have taken time to repair the brain damage.
It probably wouldn't have made any difference. The effect of the damage would only show after the brain was reactivated.
We'll never know. And to never know is more frustrating than failure.
Take a long rest, Doctor. Then we can begin again.
I'm afraid not. No use trying to make me feel better. It's too late for me, Charles. Perhaps Tanya will succeed. Will you help her?
Of course. But wait and see how you feel in a month or so. You may change your mind.
I'll feel the same. I don't even know if I want her to attempt it.
A moment ago you did.
That was just self-indulgence. The whole experiment may have been a mistake.
No, it wasn't.
Who can say, Charles? Perhaps there are some things man should leave to God. Never thought I'd hear myself say. He's alive.
Pete.
Step back, Charles. Now. See. If this is really only taking place in our minds. Sit up. Sit up! Stand. Stand! We've done it, Charles. We've done it.